What's up, everyone? Daddy Warbucks here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of the Rime of the Frostmaiden. Karis is our DM through this series, so I'm gonna turn it over to her, and she can catch us up to speed. Go ahead, Karis.
Here we are, Icewind Dale. Long ago, a group of Lich Wizard Kings set out to create the ultimate artifact, one that would help them conquer many races. It drew its energy from the sun itself as an unending power source. Their drive imbued the artifact with a hunger of its own, one for never-ending power and glory. It sought out powerful wizards and subtly manipulated them toward ultimate conquest. Crenshaban, as the crystal shard was called, collected slaves with promises of riches and greatness. A powerful angel dealt with Crenshaban by hurling it across the very plains of existence, and it came to rest in the snow of a bowl-shaped dell in the spine of the world mountains on the material plane. Crenshaban has had 6 owners since it arrived in the spine of the world. Each was ultimately found unfit, as their armies were defeated and the wielder killed or banished.
I haven't streamed.
It was
a
ultimately
single session in 3
destroyed
weeks.
by a red
Go
dragon
here!
breathing on it while in the globe of magical darkness. I mean, the only known way to destroy it.
Thank you for the resub, brother. I almost forgot the important
Crenshaban's
part.
legacy lives on, though, in remnants of the crystalline towers it created various places. This crystalline material, called black ice or chardolin, is a non-magical substance as strong as metal, though considerably easier to work with than steel. I say it is non-magical, and yet it can affect those in contact with it for a prolonged time. Oh, okay, chardolin. My world, I get to pronounce it how I want to. Anyway, sorry.
I'm not gonna unhear Shart every time you say it now.
I know. One of the known deposits of black ice is in the rich mineral deposits deep within a rift that runs south from Weldon's Cairn in our own Icewind Dale.
Appreciate you very much.
A rift known as the Dwarven Valley, for Clan Battlehammer has made their home there, trading ores and forged equipment to the 10 towns. One load of ores went missing on its way to Black Iron Blade's outfitters in Bryn Shander. The dwarves moving it having been ambushed by a Yeti. Our party learned of this while having footgear fitted for our satyr friend, Pip. They had decided to stay as a party after successfully dealing with a murderer on behalf of Flynn Trollbang, and this sounded like an opportunity to earn a reward. Garn at the Black Iron Blades offered 6 bloodstones to the group if they would deal with the Yeti and retrieve the iron. Our heroes would prefer a diamond and a pearl instead of 2 of the bloodstones, so they intend to head to Tourmaline when they have them in order to see if they can trade. But to get the bloodstones, they have to deal with the Yeti first, and we rejoin our intrepid adventurers out in the tundra wastes at the site of the Yeti ambush. We know this because they found pieces.
Right.
So let's rejoin our party investigating the site.
Was it pieces of people or pieces
You
of
are
like?
free to move about the cabin.
I don't believe we're on the cabin's map.
We don't have a cabin's map.
Okay.
We are.
We're in theater of the mind at the moment.
Aha! Oh, that's right. We were hiding in the cabin because nighttime.
No, it's not nighttime at the moment. It is
Storm.
afternoon, and we had the storm, and after the storm, we found the site, And we found there were pieces, and in a sheltered area, Pip found some scrapings, and we found a small glove, and I'm trying to remember what other things we found. So, what would you like to do at this gruesome sight?
Well, I'd walk outside and kind of look around the surrounding area, trying to see if maybe there's tracks or some kind of indication of which direction we need to head to find these Yeti.
Okay, so, yeah, you had started that before, but we can look again. So we'd found a scraping. We had not found any tracks. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I'm real good at those.
You are real good at those. You are usually pretty good at those. Okay, so you find another
Mission failed. We'll
well,
get them next time.
another piece of the dwarf who was dismembered in the original attack. You're not finding any track though.
Okay. So turning to the rest of the group, I found another piece over here. Maybe this way. Pointing that direction.
Is there any, like, blood around? I mean, if they were attacked and anyone might have gotten hurt.
Looking under the snow and some of the snow is kind of a brown color, particularly around where
Hey,
you found
Sid, how you
most
doing?
of the parts. Do you want to dig looking for? I mean, so the blood you see is under several inches of snow. I don't know if you want to try digging under snow in order to try and find
Yeah,
further
no.
blood traces to track the Yeti.
I have a shovel. Might be a good time.
By all
You have a
means.
shovel.
Yes. This is probably like the fourth time where I was like, I have a shovel. But I mean, it's frozen though. Like, how useful is it going to be?
Yeah, and it's been snowing for a while.
Right.
And
Like, I don't know if we'll be able to look at it and try to determine a direction. Oh, wait. Big brain, right? What if instead of trying to find the Yetis, we set out some bait and we lure the Yetis to us?
but don't we need to find, like, the supplies and stuff?
Well, if they come
We're
to
not
us,
finding the
we'll be
Yeti,
able
we're
to
finding supplies.
we'll be able to follow their tracks back to their lair.
And do
What
we
if it
have
snows
any red meat that would be able to lure out these beasts?
I'm just gonna I hold up one hand to kind of block Pip's vision, but then I'm like pointing at the hand towards Pip. Like
Why are you... Get your hands off of me.
No,
Not
I
that
think
squeamish,
he
I
would
could stand the
form
side of a
too
meat.
small a bite. They would want something more substantial.
I mean, you say that, but they attack dwarves. Dwarves are pretty small.
True. Perhaps they're getting
Besides,
desperate.
and I mean, it's not like the dwarves were already sort of bloody and raw by the time they got there. I mean, maybe a simple fire by the cabin would suffice to let them know that there's somebody home.
another idea.
The cabin. There is not a cabin here. This is the site of where they had pulled the the sled of,
Oh, okay.
where they'd had their load of iron, and this is where the attack had taken place.
Pip's gonna turn around unaware. So wait, what are we using as bait?
Red meat.
We've
Do we
seen
have any?
hares and foxes. Maybe we could trap some small game and use them for bait.
No, forget the foxes. Go with goat. I hear it tastes better.
I don't think I've seen any goats around here.
I'm gonna hold up my hand so it blocks the top half of Pip, so all I see is the bottom half. I don't know. I think we could find something to use.
What is he doing? It's like putting
I
his
think you're
hand
to
up.
something. We hide Pip's top half in the wreckage so that just his goat legs stick out, and then he can make some bleeding noises. Pip, make noises like an injured goat.
Like, I don't feel very comfortable with this. I mean, this seems kind of disgraceful. I mean, like a meh. Like, is that good?
No, that's not very convincing. Imagine like you're in pain, you're wounded, so you're bleating for help, so that hopefully something will hear you. It has to be loud and desperate. Try again.
I can always help him make it be more believable as I'm pulling my dagger.
Oh yeah, give him a good shanking. That'll.
Hey, wait, no. Meh. I still don't understand what this has to do with getting bait.
We're luring the Yetis.
Yes, I agree. We should probably start a fire. The smoke signal will help, justify this injured goat that we might have.
Hmm.
Oh no, I'm the bait.
Don't worry. If a Yeti does attack, I'm sure Azathoth and Cairo will leap to your defense.
I don't think I want to be put in the way of danger in the first place, especially a Yeti.
You won't be in any danger. So,
Fine.
are we putting this terrible plan into action?
I think so.
As good
We
a
gotta get ready
plan
for
as
the
any.
All right. So, fire. Wounded goat noises.
Okay. So let's move the party onto the snowy encounters map.
Not a good sign.
Also, you guys
Or
owe
is it
me
good
something for this.
Well, I mean, this gives you a chance. Oh, I don't have your tokens. Let me grab your tokens. Ah. Okay, I assure you, Karis knows Roll20 controls. Honest. See?
Hey, we made it to the map.
Okay, so set up your plan here.
All right. So we'll make a little fire right here. Fire. And to help lure in the Yetis, we could use one of my Sturmstrang and the smell of the cooking food could also travel further and attract more of the beasts. Yeah. And then,
Wait, more of them? I thought we were only getting one.
well, I mean, however many decide to come. And then here,
Wait,
you
wait. I have a question.
lie down in the snow. You have to appear wounded.
Wait, do Yetis travel in packs? Like
I
multiple?
believe the correct term is a flock.
That doesn't make me feel better.
No,
No, wouldn't it be a troop?
I'm pretty sure that a grouping of Yetis is a murder, very much like crows. Yeah.
Those.
Are you sure it's not like a school, like fish?
A school of Yeti doesn't quite sound right.
Okay. I mean, we could always get something else for meat, right? Like, I don't think I have to do this.
I think
mean,
you have to.
I'm sure.
Don't worry, it's a great plan.
I expected more from you.
Look, as long as you stay, let's say, 10 feet away from the Yetis, you're in no real danger.
10 feet? That seems awfully close. So what, I lay down here, like, in the snow?
Yes.
Oh,
And we'll surround the area in hiding as Landor just climbs into a tree.
Oh, that is an excellent idea. The rest of us should.
I'm gonna come over here, hide in the shadows.
Yeah, we should all kind of move away from Pip so that the
Wait,
illusion is complete.
wait, guys, you guys are kind of going a little far. I thought you'd be a little closer.
I'm
right
gonna go
here.
ahead and whack a mage armor on myself as well.
That seems like a good idea.
Wait.
And off in the distance, you hear a chilling howl.
Wait, can a couple of you guys stay a little closer?
Does it sound like the howl of like wolves?
It sounds like a howl. I mean, are you familiar with the difference between wolves and Yeti?
Landar, you need to hide. You're gonna blow our cover. Oh, he's
As
on
in
a
a tree.
Never mind. You're hidden so well.
Give me some stealth rolls.
Oh. Oh no.
do I make a stealth roll if I'm making meh
And
noises?
if
You're
the
not hiding.
No,
you're
you do not.
deliberately trying to be seen.
Meh.
All right. Yeah. Hey.
I mean, if I'm making noises and stuff, would that help them? Hide? Obviously, I'm the focus.
How coming closer. And then it's oddly still.
Meh.
You can also make a round of perception checks if you like.
I would like to make a perception check.
I don't think they're coming.
Guys, it's Planison. You know, I feel relatively fine.
Might just be wolves.
Please. Tali hears some movement over from that direction.
Wait, did someone say wolves?
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly better.
And as you see a creature coming up, and it stops and it lifts its head and it sort of, sniffs around.
Oh, God. Meh.
Comes in closer.
Is there a flock of them? Or a troop?
It's a murder.
Nah. Oh!
Tough luck, guys. And it makes a beeline over for Andwise. Let's have some initiative.
No way.
His 22 broke my 28 stealth.
Oh, I suppose that's true. 28.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
he's
now
the only one that's
we're
above
gonna
it.
throw Tyler under the bus.
Okay. Tollies. We made a beeline for Tollies. That is the next closest. I thought Tollies was going to get off too with that 21. But...
Aha.
Alrighty.
What you get for
Let's
thinking.
see what we have here.
Let's just hope that mage armor helps me out.
Rip.
Yeah, no one expected the Yeti to come farthest away from the bait.
I know, right?
Okay, Kyra. Let's see, do I have everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we have everybody. Cairo, you get to start off. What are you going to do?
Is he mute?
Cairo?
Oh, sorry.
Williamson?
Sorry.
There you go.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rush over.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast the following spell.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a weapon attack against the Yeti.
Come on, my son.
And the Yeti turns to see this thing coming, and as it does, your great axe just comes down right by where it was because it is no longer right there, having turned.
Crud. Okay, that's my turn.
And the Yeti right there turns and looks at you. And I need a wisdom. No, I'm sorry. I need a con save. I need a con save as its terrible gaze looks at you, and you feel a chilling thing down through your bones, but you are able to shake it off as you are not chilled. All right, you're not paralyzed by it, so it's going to swipe at you instead.
Paralyzed.
And before you forget about it, that second one was at Tully's. It having not forgotten you that it was after you.
Oh, the second claw was at Tally's?
Yes.
Oh, okay then. Well, the second
The
one
first one
hits.
was yeah, the first one was at Cairo, and that probably does not hit.
Nope.
Well,
Our squishy yeah, you might want to get out of the way.
oh,
Okay, that's it.
I would love to.
Landar.
All right, Landar is going to let's see some rough terrain looks like right there, so he's going to come out and around. That I could get there, and get up nice and close and come stab at him with the short sword.
Will hit.
And then bonus action for a unarmed strike.
Oh, another hit, and it cries out in pain, and you have its attention.
And that's it for the turn.
Okay. That will bring us to Pip.
I am going to stand up. I'm going to quickly rush to my feet and I don't know, freaking bolt. Okay, I'm going to shout out You got this, Cairo. Let him hit you and not me. And throw an inspiration at him.
Anything else? 'Cause that's a bonus action.
I'm going to attack and fire a crossbow at him.
Maybe.
Did it roll?
No. No, it did.
Crossbow?
Here we go.
And
I'll pretend I didn't see the first one. Oh, look at that! And it's a veritable hit, and it sinks right into it as it leans back and bellows out its anger and rage and pain. Okay, that will be
And
everything. 'Cause
that'll
that's
be
your
it.
movement. Yeah, because that's your movement action and bonus. That's a tough.
Okay, so this thing is massive compared to the rest of us. Not me, of course, but and seeing how it is already eviscerated Kale, we're going to run forward, just right there. That's as far as I need to go, and we're gonna do cool stuff. Kale, you see, I kind of step forward, and I strike out with my polearm, trying to intercede between you and it. But as I do, you can see that my visage, my hair seems to be losing its color, becoming white and wispy. My face sinks in, and there's almost a form of a crown that appears around my head. And I look positively ghastly as I will activate my form of dread. And I gain, 3 temp HP. That's helpful.
First encounter, and we get your new stuff.
Yes. So
Very
then,
cool.
that was my bonus action. For my regular action, because I only get one attack, we're going to strike with the polearm and green. Nope, that's not an attack. Let me go to the front. Attack. All right. Well, so we're just gonna go ahead and make the regular attack. 12. I'm guessing a miss.
12 hits.
Oh,
Comes in right on the edge and just slides down its shoulder and arm.
so he'll take 8 slashing. He'll take the I think it's 4 from Green Flame Blade. Do spells damage.
The eye isn't working?
On a hit. No,
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't know
you
why
had-
I didn't do it. Because it's something funky's going on with the way it's formatted.
Well, it's got 4 fire on the right.
Cause green fire. Second creature. Oh, that's right. It doesn't affect the main target until later levels. I knew that.
Okay.
But because of former dread, it needs to make a wisdom save, or it is frightened. Aha!
And so now it is bellowing in pain and fear. There's fear. Pain and fear and anger.
Alright,
Anything else?
no. After all of that, I'm done.
Alex.
All right. Well, Tally's is a little bit unsure about this creature, but he figures, you know what, just give it a quick blast and get away. So I'm gonna create 3 magical bolts of fire and just have them explode in the creature's face as I cast magic missile and transpose the damage to fire damage.
Oh my.
For
Okay.
12 fire. Following that, it being frightened of Azathoth. I'm hoping that its aim will be off enough for me to be able to slink away.
Oh, that's risky.
Well, and it's got its paws up with the trying to ward off the fire, and so if you duck out quick, it's not going to notice you. And
All right. Well, all the big guys are up there, so I'm gonna come back this way. And from back here, I'm going to take a shot at it.
ooh, yes you are. Ooh, yes you are. How would you like to do this?
Oh, let's sink the bolt like square between the eyes, and it just falls over, stiff as a board.
In the eyes, and as it stands out there in its prior bellow form in shock as it falls backwards to the ground, dead. Well, that was easy.
Oh my gosh, those things are huge. That was the bait for one of those?
Yeah, but see, you were fine. It's dead.
Oh, come on. It showed up. There was like 4 of us between it and you.
And it went down fairly easy anyway.
It almost, like, lacerated Tali.
He's fine.
I'm okay. Tally's is a little bit punch drunk.
Here, drink this, and I'm gonna hand him a potion. But we should
That
move
was
quickly.
exactly
Follow the
one
trail
round.
before it were to be lost in the snow.
So you're going to follow its tracks back to its home?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, give me a survival roll.
No.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Ah! Why, yes! A beast of its weight? There's a very clear track right there. See? Why can't any of you just see? It's right there. All right. So you follow the creature. You follow its trail up and over a hump and around a dell. And how long are you going to keep following it for?
Until we reach the end of the trail.
Okay. So you actually follow it off, and it until it got pretty close to you, it looks like it was traveling pretty straight. Like it knew where you were. And you travel maybe a couple of miles until you get to a place where it looks like it had paused. And it had just been, wandering around like a creature doing what creatures do. And so the trail changed a little bit there, and you take it over and you see a frozen stream, and you see a small entryway. Well, small. For a Yeti, it's kind of small. Sort of a snug entryway that looks like it goes into a bit of a cave. And oops. And just as you're about to look towards the cave, you hear a sound behind you, and I'm going to repurpose this map now.
9 more Yetis.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Azathoth has this.
Okay, so behind you there's another bellow as a second Yeti makes its presence known. Actually, it was trying to sneak up on you, but it's not there. It snapped on a twig.
Haha.
So, what are you going to do?
Pull out my
Are you going to
weapon
engage the thing?
and murderalize it.
All right, I
Yes.
was a little too quick to clear initiative.
No, my initiative.
4, 5, 6. I'm missing someone. There he is. And this time I'm going to use... Oh, I don't think the API is working. Okay. Collies!
All right.
You
well,
are the quickest to see and react to this thing. So we're going to say this thing behind you is the entrance to the cave.
Okay. In that case, I am going to take a couple of steps forward. I think that should put me, yep, just about close enough. And as I reach up, I just kind of slam my hand down into the ground, and columns of flame roar forward, sort of exploding up out of the ground towards the Yeti. So I use my Tasha's caustic brew and make it do more fire damage.
Ooh. Okay. Dex save. Ooh, and it fails. So
At the start of each
it
of its
is
turn.
covered in fire, and it takes fire damage. Does it take this now as well as at the beginning of each of
No,
its
only
turns?
at the beginning.
Only
No.
at the start, yeah.
I'll get used to this. You use it almost every session, so I'll get used to this spell. Okay, it's on fire. Do I have a nice little fire? I don't.
I use the
This will put me
leaves.
on fire. Okay. Oh yes, that would be a good one.
Because they look almost kind of like a fire.
Yes, they do. Okay. So this thing is singed, and it is angry as it. And let's see, anything else, Tallies, before
I moved back a little bit again, and that was the end of my turn.
This thing is just gonna bull rush
And
you. You're gonna get murdered again.
It's yeah. What's its movement? Yeah. Yes. But it's afraid of fire. Okay, so it is going to charge up. 10, 20, 30. It can just get to you,
Wait,
and it
no,
strikes out at you.
Polar Master.
Uh-huh.
She entered my
It came
reach
within.
when he
Yes, it
stepped
came
here.
within reach. Yes, it did.
That would be before it reaches Tali. I would get a chance to whack it.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
I
right
will certainly do. I got a little too excited. I forgot I'm not a sentinel yet. But that's okay. We're still gonna give him a whacking. No, we're not.
No, you're not. It comes so close, but you just misjudged the speed by a little bit, and it comes down. Your glaive comes
That's
down
okay.
right behind it.
As it runs by, I just swing at it and I yell, "Ah! Ah! Over here!" Oh, it worked.
And so it changes direction, and it comes to attack you.
All right.
I
Well,
mean, hey, you really want this. And as it glares at you, I need a con save.
Oh, it took the fire damage at the start of its turn, right?
yes.
Yeah, it will.
No, it did. I got you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I failed. Oh no.
You failed. Okay, I just changed that to a macro. So, 13 cold damage and paralyzed.
All right. Is it 13? Ouch.
Yep. Okay, and it can do that and attack. So it is going to claw at Andwise and at Azatoth. Andwise and Azatoth. It has disadvantage.
Miss.
What?
Okay. 13's gonna miss. Yeah, these are misses.
Okay.
Okay. That is its turn. Landar.
Just gonna jump in quick and stab with the short sword.
Paralyzed for a minute?
A minute.
And then I want to use a key point to use disengage. And I'm going to run around to get over this way, and then just pretty much be calling for the Yeti to come towards me. And then that'll be my turn.
Hit.
I'm going to do the right thing and run away. I'm gonna put my hand on Kairo's shoulder. Okay, man, you got this. Go in there, save Adatos. You're the hero. I'm gonna pat him on the back. Gonna give him another inspiration.
Has it been 10 minutes since the last fight?
Probably we've walked a mile.
Oh,
Yes.
you're right.
Yeah, you've walked a couple of miles, so
I
yes.
knew that. It was a test.
And then I'm going to dodge. Step back a couple more feet.
And Vice.
Alright, I like Pip's thinking. I'm going bonus action disengage. And from back here, I'm going to take a pot shot at it.
Sheesh.
Wait.
Yes,
you have
you
sneak attack?
are.
It's a ranged weapon.
No. Oh, that's right.
He's paralyzed. No, but Azathoth is paralyzed, but it's a crit, so yes, he gets a sneak attack.
He doesn't meet the criteria.
How does
He doesn't have an
Doesn't
ally
he?
adjacent to it, and he doesn't have advantage on his
Yeah, he
attack
needs
roll.
to have advantage.
I thought
Yeah,
you?
it's not the crit, it's the advantage, yeah.
The
I mean,
advantage
I'm
or the ally next to
No,
it.
he
and he's-
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, he doesn't have sneak attack, so it's 15.
I thought you got sneak attack if it was a ranged weapon just outright. You could use it if you had a ranged finesse weapon, or not finesse weapon,
No,
but just ranged.
that's in order to be able to qualify for it. It has to be finesse or ranged. If it's not finesse or ranged, you can't use it at all, period. And then,
Oh, okay.
using those weapons, you have to have advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have advantage or an ally next to
Yeah,
him.
or
And a paralyzed ally does not count.
yeah, or if your specific class gives you another way, you know.
Yeah.
That's a whole
That's
lot of
my
words
bonus.
to say. Sorry, Giz.
Alright, that's my bonus action, my max move, and my action, so I'm done.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to walk up to here and take a mighty swing.
Yes, you are. Oh, and as your axe cleaves into its side, making a very deep gouge. Oh. Oh, hey. It worked. The API worked and made it bloody. Good.
Okay, and that's it for my turn.
Okay. Azathoth is paralyzed.
Oh, I get to make a con save at the end of my turn.
Oh, do so then.
Woo!
Oh, I take it back. You're not paralyzed. But that was the end of your turn. So, Thales.
All right. So Thales is going to go ahead and fling out a bolt of flame at this creature's back. For a
That
wonderful
hit.
1 point of fire.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna move to try and put some heavies in between myself and this creature. And that'll be my turn.
That was fire damage. Okay, this Yeti is very not happy.
It's also going to take another 5 fire damage at the start of its turn.
Oh boy, this thing's getting quite singed. Okay, it is going to glare at Cairo. So Cairo, give me a con save. Ooh. Okay, so Cairo is
Could inspiration help?
Yeah, if it's
Never
not too late, I'd like to
potentially.
use that.
okay.
You
So
have to roll
quick.
4. No.
You're supposed to
no,
roll
it
it
does,
before.
It's only a D4. It's a 13 save.
Oh.
You can't pass.
It's a D6.
Is it?
6.
It is.
All right. Well,
I believe in
Could
you.
just barely potentially.
roll it. No, you failed.
Dang it!
Doesn't. Okay. So you take 14 cold damage and you are now paralyzed. And it takes a swipe at Azatoth at disadvantage. And what else do we have here? Oh, it had the yelling, and so it is going to turn and come and take a swipe and at
I have a question.
Landar. Yes.
Hold on, wait. I think I might have answered wrong. When you're whittling the glaive, other creatures provoke an opportunity when they enter your reach. But never mind, he was already within my reach. Ignore me.
Now that I got its attention.
You have an angry, singed, thrashing Yeti.
All right, we're gonna move over to there, and then let's see. Nice short sword, and I'll use a key point for a flurry of blows for 2 unarmed strikes.
You don't need to.
Oh, okay.
How do you want to do this?
Just pretty much slice it right at the stomach line and just disembowel it.
Oh, joy, pretty. Okay. I should make you give me a dex save see if it falls on you, but no, it'll just drop where it is.
Good.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to turn off the combat again and see what you guys do. Okay.
I'm gonna go over and
Falls
recover my
on-
bolt.
I'm going to drink the last of my potions because that hurt a whole lot. I did not like that.
How does Cairo look? He's paralyzed, isn't he?
It's only for a minute. So he would either pass
Yeah, it's
the
only for a
save
minute.
or the minute would wear off.
Oh, okay.
That is a flaw in my notes. But I'll say Tolly's your closest, so you hear a sound behind you in the cave.
All right. Hearing a sound, I will say, "Oh, there's something in the cave behind us," and I will immediately move to put some distance between myself and the entrance to the cave.
Wait, something in the cave? And I'm gonna run by.
Yeah, into the wow. I like it.
Nice.
Am I still frozen?
You are not now.
Okay.
Hey, Tallies. How are you feeling? Do you need some healing?
I'm hoping not to get hit again. It might be an idea to save any additional healing for those that are more likely to put themselves in danger on our behalf.
Speaking of, let's go! And I'm
Good
going to lead
idea.
the charge into the cave.
And he's running in.
I'm not running. I'm walking
should probably have
at a
a
very
plan.
determined pace.
Striding assertively, the way Asifa used to.
That's right. But
I am strolling leisurely.
yeah, I don't run for anyone. I fear no man or creature. I walk with purpose.
But would it not be easier to fight them out here in the open space?
Do you suppose we wait?
Oh no, not another trap. Not another bait scenario. I'm off. I'm not doing it.
Besides, a narrower passage would probably allow Azatoth and Cairo to hold the passage more easily and protect the more delicate of us behind.
Yes, that would allow us to protect the weaker of the group. And I'm going to look at Cairo.
Ooh, snap.
Everyone's just looking
So
between
you're
them
looking
like,
into the
"Ooh."
So
I'm gonna
as you
start
go
chuckling
into
to
the
myself while I mentally do a death or a kill count between the party members.
I'll have you know, I am number one still. Although if the halfling doesn't stop stealing all of my victories, then he shall be considered an actual contender.
Wait, you're keeping count?
Well, of course. How else will we know who is the most victorious?
Doesn't that seem a little... What's a good word? Morbid? To keep track?
Well, I mean,
And your point is?
do you not keep track?
No, not at
I
all.
look around to the rest of the party. None of you are keeping score.
Tally's just shakes his head. Nope.
Huh.
It's not a
Andwise will slowly
contest.
raise his arm,
It's a
put his hand
very,
in the air.
very common occurrence in our tribes. We always
Wait.
compete for everything. And
What's everyone's score?
it doesn't matter. I am in the lead.
But, like, what is it? Like, who's second?
I turn and look at Andwise.
Give him a little side eye.
And there's some more shifting and noises in the cave.
Quiet down in there. We're having a civilized conversation. This is important. We need to
And
outline the rules of the game.
step back.
And there's a squalling noise in the cave.
Like animal or
I mean, if I were to guess, I'd say like Yeti, but you know.
So are we setting, like, another trap, like, out here? Like a fire? And then they'll come out? Or are we just...
volunteering
relax-
again?
I thought we were
Wait.
having this conversation as like
As we were walking
entering
in,
the
yeah.
mouth of the cave.
Yeah, nobody said they were stopping when we said we were walking in.
All right, we're going in.
We're going in.
Okay, so
Yep.
inside the cave, it's actually not that big considering the size of the Yetis, and you can see particularly in the early part of it, there's kind of brush and debris and bones and little gobbets of something nasty, and you look in, and kind of in the back, kind of underneath some I don't know what all it would be, kind of a nesty sort of thing. You see a couple of smaller, these are even a little bit smaller than Andwise.
I'm gonna raise my glaive.
Wait, no. They're little babies. You can't. I'm gonna, like, grab his glaive.
Why can't I?
Are you up there? You were staying back, I thought.
I'm... When we're walking in, I would have been hiding.
So
Hiding is the
basically
better
we can
term.
see baby Yetis in front of the two
Yeah,
guys
I'm-
up front.
We are.
Well,
we
I mean,
are
they're
quite
kind of
thick.
back and they're kind of cuddled in, and I mean, you'd have to be just inside the cave in order to see them. And one of them's squalling.
Wait, did we just kill the parents? Oh, God.
Yes. They will surely die without the adults to feed them. We'd be doing them a mercy, saving them
wait.
from starvation and the cold.
Can I take one? Can we keep it?
And do what with it?
I don't know. Raise it?
I think now would be a good time
That's
to use the
freaking
charm of snowballs that you gave me, as I turn around and chuck a magical snowball at Pip.
We should cut that out.
While he's distracted,
Oh, I missed.
throwing that snowball,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot past him.
No!
Okay. That is a miss. Well, it depends on what you were aiming for. You shoot past them, and it kind of embeds in the mulch and stuff that these little kits are.
Wait,
These little
stop.
hikes.
Even if we don't keep them, I mean, they're baby. I'm surely someone has use for them. We could sell them. I mean, how often do you get a baby Yeti?
Wait, big brain moment. So we found the Yetis. Is the stuff here? You know, the actual reason we're looking for them? Are the supplies here?
Do not see a sled full of iron here, no. Nor
Oh,
do you see
gosh.
any indications that one has been here.
No living dwarves or anything being kept alive for any reason.
Oh, non-living dwarves.
Well, I mean, if you dig around, you might find additional remains of that dwarf inn with all this muck and remains and bones and stuff, but how would you distinguish it from the other?
It wouldn't matter. It would just be an indication that the dwarves are near here, and that we need to comb out. We need to spread out and comb the area. There we go. Words are hard. But first, what do we do about them?
I say we take them.
We can't raise wild
No,
animals
we
as
don't
pets.
need to raise them. We can't just let them die.
We
I
can't-
mean, maybe someone else can raise them. No, we can't.
So
we
you're
weren't-
suggesting that we let them grow up so that they can attack and kill more people and add more to these
Not
to
if
this pile
they're
of bones here.
domestic. No. We take them, and then we give them to someone who can raise them.
Who would want to raise a
I don't know.
Yeti?
Why do people raise any sort of animal? For some, I'm sure it would make a good guard dog Yeti.
You understand that some
I think you
animals.
said something important just now. We could keep them, and they can't possibly harm us in their current state. We'll keep them around as emergency food.
No, that's even worse.
But you said it. It was your suggestion.
No,
It defeats the purpose of being an emergency food store if we have to feed them. And what would we feed them? We have dried nuts and fruits as rations. They would require red meat.
I have
They
plenty of
probably end
Stroh's
up
eggs.
chewing on Pip's legs for comfort.
Fish are plentiful. I have a rod and tackle. I actually don't. That's why I went
Let's turn them into a pair of slippers instead. Don't worry, I will make their deaths quick and painless.
Oh, their
No,
pelts could
no.
be useful. That is true. And we could fashion the bones and other hard and stony bits into passable arrowheads and ammunitions. My tribe is actually well versed in scavenging everything useful from the carcasses of animals.
Then it is decided.
Yes, we will slaughter the babes and use the materials found within.
I'm going to quickly leave the cave.
Okay, I will do the deed.
Wait. I mean, all combat deserves to be honorable, so I'm gonna walk up and start poking it. Hey, fight back. Bite me.
And now there's a big squalling yell and lots of squalling and thrashing. Who's doing what?
Yeah, I've got a giant blocking my second shot.
What are you doing, Cairo? You're up in front. Okay.
That
I don't think it
actually
hits you, though.
hits.
Oh, does it hit?
Yeah, my armor class is 16.
Womp.
Okay, you take 3 points of damage
Hi.
from
Attack!
as you go forward, a paw comes out and scratches you.
Honestly, it's not even like. Don't judge me.
We're just trying to play realistically.
He's a giant lion. Of course, he would eat the little fuzzy animals. Survival, baby. Survival.
Are you going to swing at it again? Ooh, it manages to wiggle out of your reach.
This wouldn't be bad if you guys could kill it in one hit. If you-
I have not yet attacked it. Here. Oh, wait. I understand. Oh, come on.
And it wiggles out of your reach and it squalls and ducks under something.
Run, Yeti!
Get back
Run!
here! Bonk.
As
Oh,
it
look, I
runs
got
to
it. I
duck,
got it. I
I'm
got
gonna
it.
take a shot.
No, it was me. It was me.
On a dart.
No, Anwise is clearly
Let's
first.
see.
No, how can he attack in the middle of
Let's
my action?
see. Yeah, no, I got it. Well, Andwise had acted earlier, so if we're taking this round, all three of you managed to hit. Andwise's is enough to kill it on its own. Landor and Azatoth's together are enough to kill
Nah,
it.
it shouldn't even be reason. It should just be like the dart sticking in a chunk of the corpse and
So
the arrow.
when Andwise shoots it, I'm gonna turn around and immediately start yelling, "That doesn't count! That was not a worthwhile combatant. I'm not counting it."
I'm gonna point at Cairo and say, "It hit him. That counts." And then I'm gonna go
It's
retrieve
just a
my
flesh
bolts.
wound. Did that little babby hurt you? Hey, this is important.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, just a scratch.
Ah, see, it was nothing. It doesn't count.
My cat has shredded me worse than that Yeti tyke shred.
I don't know. I mean, that second attack was 9 damage.
Well, that's true. The second attack, it got a crit. It got a claw stuck in it and ripped.
Hey, he's fine. Let's
9
Okay.
damage?
we'll
Sheesh.
do a quick look around the Yeti cave. Make sure that. Are you sure there's nothing in here?
Give me investigation, I guess. If you're, for one thing, this cave is reasonable. Actually, you don't even need to do that. The cave is small for 2 adult and 2 child Yetis, and you can kind of see where they've eaten and where they've had their kind of bedding and all that. And there is no place in here. Looking around the outside, there is no indication, no straight lines, no indication of anything man-made here.
All right. So now, how do you guys? How do you suppose we find the sled? Hmm?
I mean, I guess we just look around. I mean,
In which direction?
where could it? Who would have taken a sled? The Yetis?
It's probably still lying out there in the wilderness.
Assuming that it wasn't the goblins that we helped the other day. They had a really big, heavy sled.
Can anyone recall what was on the sled that the goblins were? Was it ever said?
Trade goods. Was
That's specific.
no that's the thing. It wasn't anything specific. I don't think. It was just stuff.
They offered to pay you to escort them and continue pulling the thing. They offered to pay you in iron.
Oh. Iron and things. So,
Pip did find a couple of clues at the end of the last session, but I know that was a couple weeks ago. So
I'm straight with you. I remember a glove. That's it.
So I guess maybe south?
I mean, we kind of just do like a, yeah, just wide berth.
pick a
like,
direction
search
and
it.
wander. Oh, this seems. Wait,
Seems
we
like a
came
bad
from the
idea.
south, didn't we?
Yeah, but
wanted back.
they
Go ahead.
they crossed the road east of Bryn Shander, whereas we headed pretty much like immediately north of Bryn Shander.
So you want to
They-
double back down to the road?
Down to the road and then like south from the road.
Sure. Why not? What's the worst that can happen?
We get lost.
No. We're not going to get
Okay,
lost.
taking you back to the Icewind Dale map. Okay, so you guys are up here.
Uh-huh.
So, are you going to backtrack to the Yeti ambush site? Are you going to...
I would think we should still keep going into the Dwarven Valley. Because that's where they were traveling to. If we haven't even
That's
reached
where they were
the
traveling
valley yet, like this is the
from.
area we should search.
Yeah, they were traveling from the Dwarven
The
Valley.
dwarves were going from the Dwarven Valley to Bryn Shander.
I mean, they still had to cross that area, so heading towards the Dwarven Valley wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, and then if we don't find them, then we
Then we
can
just head back.
rest at a settlement or whatever we find, and then after the rest, then we can double back down towards the east way. So we would be going like this. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Okay, so you're heading north toward the Dwarven Valley.
I mean, does that make sense?
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I mean, there's
we could
possibility that another dwarf came by and
Ooh.
found the sled and took it back.
This is how pros search.
Ah, yes. The let's just walk random directions.
All right, even better. Split up. I'll go this way. You go that way.
You know, that is a good idea. If we split into more groups, we can cover more land.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, the Leo brains.
How many groups are you?
We
How are you
we
splitting?
all know that is a terrible idea.
What? No, this is a brilliant idea. I could send you another blizzard to help you split.
To the Dwarven Valley.
To the north.
All right.
Wait, was there any flowers in the cave before we leave?
Flowers.
No, there were not.
Dang it.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are heading north, I need a survival check.
Does anybody else want to roll it? I mean, I can do it. I've been crushing.
I have proficiency in survival.
And Cairo's taking the lead.
Hey, oh, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and you're heading towards Kelvin's Cairn, which is a nice big landmark. So as long as the weather is reasonable, you can see your way up the way. So at this point, let's see. It was early afternoon when you first found the site. You had to go a couple of miles. So it is actually before you head out, dark is falling, and it is evening.
Okie doke.
So we use the cave for additional cover.
I would imagine other predators would kind of avoid the cave, although
They'd be smart to avoid me anyway.
they would at that.
I mean, it's only
Okay, so you guys are.
like, well, it depends on how far into the valley the settlement is, but I mean, the start of the valley is like what, 3 miles.
Or
Yeah. Those of you familiar with the area would know that the south end of the Dwarven Valley had been largely caved in during a very famous battle 150 years ago. So the current settlements are going
I
to
was
be
there.
further towards the north. You might well have been.
I don't know. I can't remember how long Goliath.
That was when that was when a famous set of hordes, from a wizard being influenced by Crenshaban was out there and wanting to take over and build his crystal towers and everything. So yeah, that was very famous. Stuff of legend.
Is there any flowers around?
Nope.
Not here.
Keep asking.
Okay, so are you gonna stay the night at the Yeti cave?
All in favor?
Oh God, are the baby Yetis still in there? Did you guys just leave them inside?
You can move them. They're smaller than Andwise.
I don't want to touch them.
How
don't
long
worry.
roughly?
Why don't we go ahead and take that rest so I can skin these, set the hides out to dry, and then we'll have meat instead of just our rations.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, why
It
not?
looked visibly green. Just thinking about it.
What? Is this something I said?
Nope. Not at all.
Okay, so you skin so you have 2 baby Yetis and an adult Yeti there, all of which can be processed.
I just want the succulent baby meat. Too much work to skin the large Yeti.
I'll skin the fur.
That is the worst way you could have said that.
So we've got
What?
the nice
Dude, it's like veal,
tender
It's,
meat, and you've got the
they taste better
fire,
when
so
they're
you
babies.
eat well tonight. You eat very well tonight, yes. Alrighty. And the night passes a little unsettlingly, but fairly quiet. It was on. Nope, never mind. Doesn't matter. So the night passes quietly, and the next morning you're packing up and you're going to head north towards the Dwarven Valley.
Yes, indeed.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
That was a short rest, right?
Long rest.
Long rest.
You
It
stayed the
was
night.
overnight.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And we leveled up over that long rest, right? I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
I did hear that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't say anything about that. You all are second level still.
I mean, did you guys hear that? I heard.
Yeah, no. Okay, so it is coming up on midday. As you're coming up, and you're starting to see signs of more heavily traveled tracks. And you hear some kind of clattering sounds kind of coming up, and you hear some sounds coming up kind of obliquely at an angle from where you are.
Let's turn and look at those clattering sounds. Who's there?
Coming up the way, you see several figures pulling a sled.
Is it our goblin friends?
Is there what?
Is it our goblin friends?
It does not look like your goblin friends. No.
Ooh,
It
smelly
looks like.
dwarves.
Well, yes,
Wait,
it
was
does kind of look like smelly dwarves, actually, as they get closer, all bundled up in their coverings. And as they come up and they kind of see you, the one in front sort of leans back and says, "Hello there. You looking for something?"
Yeah.
Actually, we were looking for you. If we hadn't got here when we did, you'd be wandering right into the den of a wild Yeti.
Cairo, how do we know it's the right dwarves?
Yeah, that's kind of racist, man. Just to think all dwarves are the same. Yeah, that's kind of.
Well, do you know of any
They
other
look a little
sled teams
bewildered
with
and they look
dwarves out in the snow?
We are in the Dwarven Valley. It's kind of their home.
I mean, it wasn't the first lady we talked to, was she a dwarf? Or wait, was she a halfling? I don't remember.
What my friend meant to say was we're looking for a team of dwarves that have went missing in the snow. They were carrying supplies from the Dwarven Valley to Bryn Shander. Do you know of them?
I don't know. We've been gone a few days here off on our fishing trip. And as they get closer, even in the cold, you can tell the stench of fish, yes.
Oh, it smells wonderful. You know, if you
Got a good haul.
pickle them and can them, it's quite a delight.
Yeah, it is. And it keeps really well. Don't know about anybody missing. We're just on our way home.
Well, maybe we accompany you to your village. We'll need somewhere where we can rest and resupply before we head out again.
Or come along with us, and they will lead you up in. So how do you come about being looking for some dwarves? Missing dwarves at that.
There was a shipment of iron that was supposed to be at Brinchanda that didn't turn up, and we went to investigate. Apparently, they were supposed to be transporting it from the Dwarven Valley, and we found a site of where some Yetis seem to have attacked some of the some of the travelers.
Let's see. Well, that would be... Okay, that would be Hruna and Korix in that lot, probably. I think they're the ones that handle the shipments off. You say they're missing?
Yes, the supplies never reached Bryn Shander. So we've been searching through the snow to find them.
Hey, well, when we get back here, we'll let you in and we'll get you headed to the right sort of people. Yeah, gosh. Well, it's awful good of you to be out looking for them. And as you get in there, there's 5 of them and all that are there, and they're sort of looking around. And yeah, so you're well geared up and all that, and they're well geared up and heading in. And it's about another hour and a half or so to kind of come to a trail that's actually beaten down enough, and all that the snowshoes are actually more of a hindrance than a help. And so they're just, they're talking various, chit chat, talking about the long winter, all that sort of stuff. And they're taking their snowshoes off and putting them on the sled that they're pulling. And they lead you down, and leads quite a ways down in. And as you get down here, it's quite noisy with sounds. You can hear some clank, clank, clank sounds of pickaxes hitting, and you can hear some grinding sounds over there, and you can see a forge over this way. And they lead you over to an area where, not far from the forge, where they normally pile up. It looks like they're stacking refined iron. And as you come up there, the woman who had introduced herself as Tida, looks over there and says, "Why, I thought you said they were missing. There's Hruna and Korix and Storn all right over there."
Thank you for your time, and I'm gonna head off towards them. Apparently by myself.
Yeah,
I'm
Talladge is going to follow along.
So, as I approach, not being one for mincing words, a waste of time. You You were supposed to deliver this to Bryn Shander, yes?
Well, not this yet. Yeah, this will go to Bryn Shander, but we're still gathering this one. It was the last load that went astray. We were attacked. We were attacked by a Yeti.
Ah.
I mean, poor Ubak got torn limb from limb by the thing.
Oh no, not Poobah.
Hey, you guys look familiar.
Do we look familiar? Do we know these guys?
Yeah. You were leaving Bryn Shander as we were heading in. I remember you.
What?
Of course, you were the dwarves that mentioned having lost your sled when we were leaving. It was when we were going after Suffolk.
Wow, fancy meeting you here now.
Quite so. Well, at least you'll be happy to know that we took care of the 2 Yetis in the area.
Oh, good. That'll 2 of them, you say. Was there a lot? Was it a family? What was it? I mean, hopefully that'll make our path safer for this next load.
Well,
we managed.
You not to answer that.
All right. Yeah, there should be. We found there was a couple of Yetis around, but we managed to track them to the cave, get rid of them. Should be safe enough for now. But there could be other Yeti caves in the area. We don't know, but we found those at least. So these 2 Yetis down.
Well, that's. Yeah, we went back after we went to Bryn Shander and told them what had happened. We went back and our sled was gone. We don't know where our sled has ended up.
Well, maybe we can help you take this one.
The Yetis didn't. I mean, Yetis don't drag off sleds. You didn't see a sled with the Yeti, did you?
We did not. Do you need to recover anything from the sled?
Of iron, I mean, that's
metal that's on it.
That's a good 10 day of work that you know, the materials that aren't getting down to Garn.
We could accompany you on your way to Bryn Shander with this load, and if you know where the sled had been lost, maybe then we could help you recover that as well. Of course, going so far out of our way to help you, it would only be fair if we were compensated rightly so.
I mean, yeah, if you're willing to work as guards for us on this, we could pay 10 gold to hire a party of guards. Sounds perfectly fair. I think that'd be a great thing to do.
One
just to make sure we aren't attacked by any more Yeti.
Turn around and start pointing at everybody. Family meeting.
Tallies will come and huddle in.
Yeah, bring it in, boys. So, what are we thinking?
I mean, it's either they pay us something and we tag along, or they pay us nothing and we tag along anyways because they can't really say no.
No. We can tag along and just take the stuff to Bryn Shander and collect our payment that we're owed there. Or we can go out of our way to recover all these other things that were lost for 10 gold?
I thought we were getting paid for Shander to get the iron.
Yeah, they're offering us more to help them find what was lost.
The load we'd be guarding isn't the load that was lost.
Right, but I don't think they're going to be that critical. Like, as long as they get the load of iron that they want. Like, if the other load of iron's not there anymore, there's not really a whole lot they can do about it. But we're going to make sure that this load gets there.
Yeah, so the question is, do we want the extra work?
I mean, to be fair, they were giving us, like, a bunch of gems. It's probably worth more than 10 gold.
And wouldn't we be heading back that way anyway?
Maybe.
Because it seems
What if it's clear in the other direction? We might have to go
Right.
off towards Koenig.
Why don't we ask him?
So breaking from our huddle, like I'm just gonna kind of lift my head and look back. Hey, whereabouts would you say that sled is at?
Sled?
Yeah, with all the lost ore.
Well, we have no idea. We lost it at that Yeti attack. A half day, 3/4 of a day, or whatever, south of here on the way to Bryn Shander.
Okay, so they don't know.
I'm pretty sure that ore is just gone because we've been through that route and we didn't find the sled. Maybe it was picked up by a drifter.
Upon hearing you say that, I'm gonna look at the dwarves. Have you guys been selling to goblins lately?
Goblin? No.
Hey.
I mean, we've had some problems with some goblins a few months ago, but no, we don't sell to goblins. Why?
What do you mean?
That seems such an odd question. Why would you ask that?
Wait, what do you mean problems with goblins?
He's insinuating that our friends that were carrying all the iron took it from the abandoned sled. I am offended by that remark. I found the goblins to be quite enjoyable company.
That's because they were hiding the fact that they had stolen loot.
I mean, it's not.
You just said they had a sled full of iron. The goblins took the loot.
Yeah, but is it stealing if they find it abandoned in the snow?
I mean, they still, and I gestured to the dwarves who were standing right in front of. They still kind of owned it.
Yeah. It's not stealing. They simply reappropriated it.
Well, then let's go reappropriate it back, and then get paid.
For 10 gold?
No, for rubies.
But
We're going to get the rubies anyway. We're talking about doing extra work for extra money.
I was getting these backwards. I'm thinking we were getting extra money for... Okay. Yeah, no, screw the iron. Why do I care?
Yeah, they're not offering us a very good compensation plan.
Maybe 10 gold each a day.
These dwarves are offering to pay you 10 gold to act as guards for this caravan of iron to Bryn Shander. Caravan, this load.
Okay. So just
Which means we
help.
still have the second job out there of finding that first sled.
I don't think.
I was right.
I don't think we need to find the first sled if we just get this one to Bryn Shander. I think that's gonna just solve the problem. I don't think we need to go after the other one.
But then that's half as much iron as they would have had. I mean,
well, actually, it'd be double as much as they would have had. Because ordinarily there wouldn't be 2 shipments. This shipment's only being sent because the first one got lost.
man, I don't
So
know.
they'll get their iron, we'll get paid, and we'll get the extra 10 gold for transporting it.
Let's go talk to the goblins.
Won't the goblins be like a week south of here?
Yeah, where did the goblins say they were going?
I don't know.
Did they ever
So
mention that?
today is
Saturday. Yuck.
where's the calendar here? Okay, so today is the 27th day of Myrtle. You saw the goblins the afternoon of the 24th of Myrtle. So 3 days ago. And you saw them Do I have you guys on? Yeah, I have you on the Icewind Dale map.
Yeah.
There's a G down here as to where they crossed the east way.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
So whatever time it's going to take us to get down there, they're 3 days travel away from there.
All right.
Assuming there's like forest there.
All right. So here's my proposed plan of action. We accompany this load to Bryn Shander. We hang out in town and grab beer. Then, next morning, we can head out down into Goodmead towards Dugan's Hole and see if we come across more goblins.
Should we like just go like beeline straight from Bryn Shander, or should we go like
No, we're gonna do the
I don't
drunken
know how to
zigzag again.
no, like go here to where they crossed, then go down. So we're going like the same path they went in case it's somewhere in this forest.
I mean,
That sounds reasonable enough.
sure.
So here, somewhere this way. Boom. Plan.
No, from
Look at
the
that.
east way, we would go to Dugan's Hole. We would have to end with a city destination in mind, right? Otherwise,
Yes,
we're gonna
so
freeze to death. You foreigners don't understand. Should always be trying to find your next shelter. All right, let's do it
So-
to it.
All right.
Let's just
Oh.
hope the goblins don't leave before we
We're never
even get to
gonna find
Bryn
this
Shander.
freaking goblins.
We're never gonna find this.
So where's the? Okay. So what are you gonna say to Fruna?
Pip, handle this.
Yes, we will accompany you. When are we leaving?
Well, we should have this load ready about 3 days from now.
3 days.
Looking at the map, roughly how long would it take us to get down to that forest?
10 miles, maybe.
We could travel 10 miles in a day, right?
I mean, on
So
foot,
you're
walking
traveling-
in cold snow.
On foot with where do I have these references? On foot with snowshoes, you can go a half. Welcome to the far north wilderness survival. Here we go. On foot with snowshoes, you can go across over land a half a mile per hour.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because,
So 9 miles would be 18 hours.
So, I'm saying if you're going at like a slow pace, like 2 days.
Now,
it
if you
looks-
get, if you get to the road from Caerdinival to, let's see here. Pull up Caerdinival, 'cause it's got down the road to Goodmead. It's 8 hours from Caerdinival to Goodmead by the road.
we don't want to go to bed. It'd be too far.
Yeah, but that's giving you a sense of distances.
We don't need no stinking roads.
I mean, if we went from here to Caerdinival anyway, like that's what 6.9 miles.
13 hours.
So
Yeah,
13
14
hours
hours.
to get there, or we could just go straight down here.
You tried to trick us. Yep.
Would I?
Straight
Alright.
south. West.
Okay. Are you gonna? Okay. So
Yeah, are we gonna wait the 3
You guys-
days for these jokers to load up their stuff?
I mean,
or do
3
you wanna
days.
just head out, or do you want to just say you have a lead on the prior shipment and just head out?
Well, yeah, we're only getting 10 gold to get these guys to Bryn Shander. Screw them.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's get going then. And if we don't find
Okay.
anything, we can always just, I mean, with the amount of time that we've got, we could probably meet back up and catch up with them before they leave if we really wanted to.
Yeah. Actually,
So it's mid-afternoon. Do you want to wait overnight,
We
or
don't
do you
have
want to
time
get
to waste.
started,
heck
or do you
no.
want to get
We're
a
going right
couple
now.
hours on the road?
I ain't scared of
Yeah.
the dark.
Okay.
Are you scared of the dark?
Tally's isn't afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get down to about here when it's evening. Are you going to camp for the night? Or are you going to try and push through?
I mean, I would assume we would camp for the night, since that's been the pattern so far. Especially since so many in our party don't have dark vision.
Makes sense.
So I would imagine we would just bunk down, try to wait until light, and then head out again. Nobody's objecting, so that must
Yeah,
be the
it
plan.
sounds reasonable to me.
Alrighty, so you bunk down for the night and the wind is cold and it's a clear night tonight. And in the deepest, darkest part of the night, a high fin whale sort of drifts along the breeze.
Flying whales.
Thanks, Spartan.
Maybe that's where all the sharding comes from. Dang old wizards sharding whales.
But nothing else happens during. Go ahead, Spartan.
I was gonna say maybe it's that druid that's been going around like awakening random animals. He's like he found a whale
Right.
somewhere. Just cast a permanent fly on it.
Doesn't Awaken have like a huge like material component?
Yeah, it's really
I
expensive.
thought it was like 2,000 gold or 3,000 gold or something. So this
So
guy's
there's
just
a
like,
rich
this guy's
druid.
just balling, right? Just going through the wilderness. Bow! What's up? Welcome to Sentience. Just keeps on going.
He's just a really bored rich man.
I'm pretty sure that's
It's like
the
1,000
esteemed
gold.
member of the Emerald Enclave, Sir Elon Musk. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Just rolling around, awakening random animals.
Or maybe he just like he gets lost and he figures, oh, there's a rabbit. Let's just ask him which way to go. Awaken. Hey, where do I go?
Anywho.
Okay, so the next morning you continue south, and let's see, we determined it was going to be measuring.
Like a day's travel.
Okay, 18 or 19 hours. You've put in 3 or 4, so yeah, it's going to be a very full day's travel. You guys are going to be nearing up the east way by the end of the day. I should take a quick. Okay. Okay, so you've been trudging through the day. You've actually made pretty good time. The weather has been clear for a change. And you're coming down near the Eastway. Actually, midday. Azatoth, throughout the morning, you have kind of suspected that the party was not alone. And I'll let you guys then stop for your midday break.
So, I wouldn't say anything right away. Because I wouldn't want the party's knowledge of us being followed to change their behavior and potentially alert our pursuer. So instead, I'm gonna try and just stealthily, keep continually checking back behind us to see if I can see or hear any indication of where they are, how far they are, and what it might be.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Alright, they could have been worse.
You catch a sense of something moving at one point, but you haven't actually pinned down what or where.
Okay. Still saying nothing, just being vigilant.
Oh, incidentally, if we're gonna be spending like a day travel, because it's traveling X amounts of hours per day, I will have mage armor cast just in case we do get into a fight.
Okay. All right. So as evening approaches, you're coming down an area towards the Eastway. We're just gonna camp for the night?
Yeah, if it's getting dark. Keep the pattern.
Okay.
Keep safe.
Yep.
Azatoth, you still have kind of a sense of something there.
Can I again look around to see if I can get any more information?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Yeah.
On your watch, you catch sight of some eyes glittering in the firelight, low down to the ground.
Being a native to Iceland, would I have some knowledge or indication what this might be?
Very likely. Give me a nature check.
I think I know what it is, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, and actually, what do you think it is? Because frankly, Azatoth would have a pretty good idea.
Well,
I mean, this
you
is
said
why
the
I've
eyes were
chosen
low to the
Azatoth being a
ground?
native.
And if I can see
Yes,
the
they
eyes
are.
at nighttime with the limited light, I'm gonna guess that it's a big cat, like a crag cat, or
Like a
are
Cairo.
saber-tooths in
Okay.
Iceland? I imagine they would be. I guess you don't even have
Cat
to
would
tell
be
me.
a guess. Would be an appropriate guess.
A crag
Yeah,
cat?
Craig Cat would be a good
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. Are you going to do anything about it?
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, having identified what it is, I'm gonna kind of go over to where Cairo is napping or resting or whatever he's doing in camp. I'm just gonna tap him on the foot. Hey.
Yes, what is it?
I think we're being trapped by one of your kin.
Pardon? What would one of my kin be doing all the way out here besides me?
I believe it's a crag cat, or maybe a saber-toothed tiger, some type of large feline creatures hailing the party, hunting us.
Well, fine, let's go out and kill it.
And she looks at that like this. Okay. So I'm gonna point in the direction where it was, and I guess I would wake up Tale. There's an animal following our camp. Me and Cairo are gonna go and do something about it before it attacks us.
Okay.
Just to be sure, that's the intention, right? Me and you are gonna go off buddy cop and leave the rest of the camp behind.
Whatever they want to do.
It might be a good idea for us to stick together just in case.
You can come if
There's
you'd like.
more than one.
I know I'm certainly capable of killing a crag cat. Wouldn't be the first time I've hunted one. Yeah.
Before he gets mauled.
Crag cats are a lot smaller than he is.
Yeah, let's.
No, don't rub on the microphone. Okay,
Get up.
come on.
Oh.
Let's leave.
I take it back. It's not a lot smaller than he is. Okay. So you're gonna go out and hunting Putty Tat.
Yeah, but I think Ale was saying we should stick together. Come here. I know. Oh.
I'm gonna move you guys back to the Snowy Encounters map if we're gonna do this. Since we have the party there, I've removed all Yeti traces from it. Okay, and the fire was about here. Pro
Okay.
art skills here.
I'm here. The saboteurs left the office.
Okay, so we are on the Snowy Encounters map, and I drew. Oh, and somebody else is helping draw a little fire. And you saw the eyes this direction.
Okay. So then can't. No. Aha. So I'm gonna take my glaive, start heading in that direction. Moving slowly, only 10 feet at a time, as I try to creep up on the creature.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Oh my god, those things are big.
Like I said, these things, I thought they were small, but it's not. It's actually
No.
large. So, okay, fine.
Crickets are large.
Actually, and I have a handout.
Do I get that close to it before it reveals itself?
Hang on here. I need to do a perception check for it.
Oh.
You don't get that close to it before it reveals itself. Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, you're way up. You're way back here. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no.
Okay,
So-
so
so
you
then-
see where it is. You can tell where it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it input? No. I guess. Well, if there's a fire here, like it would be illuminated, right?
It'd be a little further back because that's not that close. It was close enough you could see its eyes.
Right. Okay, 'cause here's the thing, right? If I know where it is, I'm going to attack it. because
Okay.
I've already said, oh, I've hunted these before. Yeah, so, and
Okay,
of
go
course,
attack
I'm
it.
going to prove myself. So unless anybody else wants to do anything.
Okay, roll initiative and start your attack.
Oh, okie dokie. Hey, I rolled above a 10. That's...
The cat did not. Has everyone who is
Do you
going to chase after this poor feline in the...
Poor feline, my foot.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if you wanted initiatives from those of us that are still sleeping, or just the ones that are actually playing.
Just the ones that are actually playing with the kitty.
Then I
A
was
waste
going
of
to join
time.
in
They're
case
gonna
someone
wake
got
up
hurt.
when they hear
Oops, I forgot
combat.
to... Okay.
I'm just gonna stay right behind, make sure no one gets hurt.
Tallis, you get to start first.
All right. Well, I'll start this off
Azatoth
with.
has clearly indicated where it is.
Yep. So seeing it, sort of eyes glittering in the firelight, I'll just kind of throw some fire in its direction. Let's give it a flaming magic missile for 9 damage.
And you get a snarl and ring. Doesn't like that poor kitty. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll move a little bit closer to the fire. And that'll be it.
Okay, Cairo.
I will walk out to here and confront it.
Confront it how?
Well, I don't have anything ranged, really, to attack it with, so I'm just moving in closer.
You want to be intimidating?
I suppose so.
You can go ahead and give me intimidation. We can do a charisma challenge.
Is Kyra gonna puff up to try to appear bigger? Is that what's happening?
Top cat, yes. Cairo's clearly top cat here. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I think that'll be it.
It's a toss.
So is it feared?
It's kind of, so he came back and got all kind of alpha, and it kind of leaned back. Hasn't gotten to its turn yet to act, but it kind of leaned back, so it's reacting to him.
Alright, well, I'll move up and attack. Is a 14 a hit?
Actually, a 14, I believe. Yes, a 14 is a hit. And actually, Kyra, where you are, you would become aware. There's another one out there. 6. Where are you that you're hitting it?
I
see you
pinged it
clear
like
back
6
here.
times. Because
I'm sorry.
I was standing up here
Uh-huh.
and I moved here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to refresh. Okay, so it takes that. So that's 2 hits.
For 12.
That's gonna be minus 12. And I am refreshing roll 20. Anything else?
No, I'll be done.
Okay. Whoever's next in the turn tracker. While it is reloading for me. Landar.
Yep. So I'd already gotten woke up too, so he would have joined.
Okay. I still see him way back here.
Okay.
As a tough way back there. So. Okay, as a toss up there. Landar, chill touch. 20 feet. 10 will miss.
Then I want to get just a little bit closer, then that's it.
I hung. Am I hung? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was thinking. So Pip, I was not hearing Pip.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so Cragcat's still right there. My roll 20
Yes.
is being nice and slow. I'm going to pull out my crossbow and fire at it.
And as a tough, you would also be aware of the one over here too. Landar might. He's getting closer. That is a miss, and it goes whizzing past it and into the soft snow over here.
I'll move closer to Anwise, and that will be it.
Oh, I should leave that to Warbucks. He's got it. Okay, and that'll be it. So Kitty Cat is going to go pounce on. Oh, that's right. I don't have anything open because I refreshed. It can't really pounce because it has to move 20 feet in order to pounce, but it is going to come up and it is going to claw at Azatah. Ooh. Yes,
I
it
hate to be
is.
the bearer of bad news. I am immune to crits.
Yep.
Is your AC? Is your AC higher than that?
No, but I can't be crit. So it's a regular hit.
Oh. Okay, so that'd be 10. Oh, that's right, because of the armor you're wearing. Okay, so that one, and then the other one. Is the other one gonna make its presence known? Is the other one gonna run away? The other one is going to be smarter and run away. Okay. Tallies.
All right. Tully's is going to move just a little bit closer over here and throw out a bolt of flame. Guess not.
Well, man. It goes whizzing by and singes the bush over here. Cairo. Hey, Cairo?
Yes.
It's your turn.
Yes, I just took it. I attacked the crag cat with my great
Oh!
You
axe.
didn't say anything.
Oh, but no, it is there. It is there, and I wasn't watching. I was too busy watching what Gizmo was
You
doing.
still have to announce verbally, because for that exact reason.
Okay.
And so you crash right into it, skull through it, down into the snow, and it dies.
Alrighty.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Because the other one ran off. Okay. You have a dead Craig cat. And quiet settles. So what are you guys going to do?
Keep an eye out for the other one. I didn't see it, but I'm sure notified that there might be another one around.
Yeah, we'll share that information with the party. So then, as we continue to try to complete our rest, everyone's aware that there are big, angry, and hungry crag cats, and keep a lookout.
Hey. And the rest of the night passes uneventfully. So back to the Icewind Dale map. Morning dawns, and the party is not far north of the Eastway. So once you get started, So once you get started, it'll only take you about, well, let me see. That's not measuring. That's not the, it would help if I actually used the measuring tool. Yeah, so it'll take you a couple hours to get to the Eastway, where you had your fun encounter with the goblins before. At this point, that was now, okay, so if that was the 27th, 28th, 29th, it is now the 29th, so it was 5 days ago.
I mean, if the weather's held up reasonably well, we might still see the direction that, we might see that slick of ice from snow that was melted and froze over again. Might give us an indication as their kind of direction. We can head that way.
There was a blizzard between then and now, however, because as you were heading north after Bryn Shander, however, you guys had a pretty good idea of where it was, and it wouldn't take much looking below the new fall snow to find those slicks of ice that were used, because it wouldn't have thawed, so it would still be kind of under there. So you're able to find the spot where you had crossed over, where you had helped them before.
Okay, so I guess maybe try and use that to trace a line to wherever it is that we're going to be going. I think we're heading towards this forest anyway, right?
Well, yeah, using that logic, then shouldn't we be able to just find their tracks if we move slowly and keep
Okay,
pawing
they were kind
around
of
in
headed
the
that
snow?
way. That's a terrible mark. I'm going to take that mark off. They crossed there. Like I said, there has been a blizzard between then and now, and it was 5 days ago.
I mean, if that's the direction that we're heading, then they're clearly heading into the forest. So, I mean, we kind of know where we're going.
So you're going to head south towards the forest?
Yep.
I believe so.
Okay. So, heading south into the forest. Somebody give me survival check. You're attempting to find a track. Which could be kind of hard, but on the other hand, that was a really heavy sled. You think you've got an idea following along it. You kind of think the track has sort of skirted alongside of the forest. Pip, right along the edge of the forest, you do find a small thing that's got a small sort of scrub, very low to the ground, broad leaves, and it's got some small blue flowers on it. You can gather a few little blue flowers.
Flowers. How many flowers precisely? I can assure you this is very important.
So let's see. It's got let's say three small blue close to the ground. It was sheltered underneath a branch, and so there was a little sort of a barrier that the snow hadn't brushed in on. Okay, so the party is skirting around. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Okay. So the party is sort of skirting around the forest. Okay, go ahead and give me another survival check, Cairo, as you're on its trail. Cairo, go ahead and give me another survival check. Okay, you managed to keep with the trail, and let me see, how far have we gotten? 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Okay, so you guys managed to get about to here by the time it's starting to get dark. Okay, so you're gonna camp again tonight?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, camping at night's been our thing so far. Might as well keep it the same.
Quiet night tonight. Although in the early pre-dawn hours you hear another wailing, very faint wailing, just sort of floating on the morning breeze. Okay. The next day, you see something off in the distance. Something sort of moving around on a crest of hill past you.
How far away?
It's pretty hard to gauge distance. It's off quite a ways. It looks very small. It's off, but you can weather's clear enough and all, you can see something.
Does it look like a wooden tower on wheels? Or on treads, I guess?
You really can't tell at this distance.
A better question is, does it look like a sled?
You
I guess we
really
should
Well,
can't
but
tell at this
Spartan's
distance.
right. Spartan's right. I can find that Goblins handout. But Spartan's right that that's what you would probably see first is the sled. But so it is still off in the distance.
Well, it's something that we haven't seen so far, so
Let's head in that direction.
I found the handout. This was oh no, not that here. Show to players. This is the sled that Spartan was talking about.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it looks like a siege tower.
It sticks up, yeah.
It does look like a siege tower.
Okay. So, off in the distance. Are you going to try and speed up? Are you going to try and...
Yes. We should hurry.
Speeding up is a good idea.
Okay. By midday, you can tell that you're getting a little bit closer. It's still quite a ways off in the distance, though. At the rate you're gaining, I mean, you can see that it's moving around. You can see that it's multiple pieces. You know, figuring what you saw of the goblins, it could be the goblin party. You're probably not good. You might be able to catch it just at, just by sundown.
Okay.
Are you
let's
going to
do that
press
then.
on?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to press on to catch them. All right. And it's well into the evening, but whatever it is has stopped, and they've clearly built a fire, and so there's a light which that you can follow, and so you continue on a couple of hours well into the darkness, and you do see a camp in the distance that does look like it's the goblin party.
Can we see the ore?
You're still at enough of a distance, it's a little hard to tell.
So I'm going to say to the rest party, like, we should probably go in a little bit quieter and then take them by surprise.
If we're still a great distance away, we need to close the gap before we can even consider how we're going to go.
Yeah.
You
fair.
figure you're about a half mile from them now, you kind of think. I mean, it's close enough that you can kind of tell. It looks like they've made camp.
So let's keep trucking until we're like within 100 feet.
Fair.
Then we can debate, how we're going to do it.
Okay, so I am going to move you guys to the Goblins map because I hung on to the goblins from before. And you can see their fire. And I'll
So-
say you're about 100 feet from them. This I don't think is quite 100 feet, but
We're outside their, sensory.
there is no sign that they have detected you.
Can we see the second sled? And
Well, if there's a fire
Yes,
there.
you're close enough. There's a fire. They've parked the two sleds around. I did move you guys, didn't I? Yeah, I moved you.
So should we just ask nicely?
I mean,
I mean-
they're not our enemies. We've helped them before.
I mean, we could easily just kind of stroll up and relax. Like, I don't think they'll mind.
So we'll stroll up, possibly eat with them if they've got food, spend the night, and then kill them in the morning.
I mean,
Good, such sweethearts.
why do we have to wait till morning?
Yeah, why are we killing them?
Why are we killing them? Let's
Just,
just
mean,
I
if
thought
we're
we
gonna
just
go to
had a
steal-
conversation about how they're not our enemies, and we helped
Yes,
them
but-
already.
But if we're going to steal the ore from them,
Who said anything about
Does that-
stealing it?
are they just going to give us the ore back?
We could try.
Well, I'll let you do the diplomacy first. Then when it doesn't work, I'll be ready to kill.
That's right. And I
mean-
turned to Pimp.
Okay, let's just look at
This
this.
was your suggestion.
No, I mean, kind of. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna work. I mean, just kind of like they took it. Like what am I gonna? I'm just gonna go. Hey, can we have our stuff back? And they're gonna go no. Then what?
As you get close, I assume you're continuing. So you guys, you need to like move your tokens a little bit so that I can tell you're continuing moving rather than just staying put.
But I
And
wasn't
so,
moving.
As you try to get closer, you can see they're kind of huddling. They're kind of huddled up. They look kind of cold and miserable and grumpy. And
thought we were going to figure out what to do first and then go in.
Okay.
So, what do you all think we should do?
You talk with them.
Seems that
They are
diplomacy is
indebted
the-
to us.
That's true.
For helping them transport the ore they stole. I don't think they'd see it our way.
Well, if they don't, then we have options, right? We could try to barter or trade, or we could try to barter or trade with their survival.
There it is.
And we gotta look at Pip.
Okay, how about this? Let's go up, and I'm gonna try something. Like, let's try to handle this without a lot of violence. Like,
Without a what?
25% violence.
All of them.
We don't need it.
Violence, yeah.
Alright. Go. I'll walk with you.
Tallies will follow along as well, backing you guys up.
Okay. You guys actually get pretty
Ant-wise
close.
is, I'm
before
gonna
they
move
notice.
off to the side, and I'm gonna go into stealth.
Okay. Do you stealth roll? You guys get pretty close before they notice you, and someone sort of turns and shouts, "Oh, hey, look who it is!"
Ah, yes! Friends!
You guys, and the boss stands up and says, "Hey, did you rethink that offer to help us take this load?"
Actually, we have a new offer for you. One you will be disinclined to refuse.
And she looks like she's trying to sort through that.
Cairo,
You mean I won't like it?
Oh, not necessarily. Let's talk.
Okay, well, pull up snow pile. Come sit by the fire. Join us.
Sure. I'll walk up and sit down.
And they sort of shuffle around, make room for you.
Landar's going to hang back near the tail end of the cart here.
And you actually hear there's some sounds inside the cart.
What kind of sound?
Somebody moving around and doing things inside the cart.
Dang, I was hoping it was sounds of war.
So, here's the thing. Where exactly did you get all this ore you're trying to transport?
And the goblin, a couple of the other goblins sort of shift and mutter, and the goblin boss, her eyes kind of dart over to the sled and then sort of dart back.
If they looked in my direction, do I gotta make another stealth?
Actually, yeah, give me one more. Yes, she kind of glances that way, glances back at you. Will we obtained it from the dwarves for our master. Remember we told you we are taking it to, and I totally remember the name of the place. Karkalok. Yeah, Karkalok.
But when you said you got it from the dwarves, they traded it to you?
Is she really? Not exactly.
Huh.
We
Right.
didn't steal it. We didn't steal it from them.
No, you
We
found
did them
it.
no harm.
You found it out in the snow, right?
Why, yes, we did.
So
You seem to know a fair amount about this.
here's the thing. Me and my my family here, we've been tasked with recovering this ore and returning it to the dwarves. Now, we are all friends, so maybe there's something that we can do for you, something to trade.
What did you have in mind? That's a powerful lot of ore. You know that yourself. You lifted it up, shoved it over the road.
Yeah. So, we found the creatures that had originally sidetracked the dwarves, by the way. A whole family of Yetis. And as it were, my friends and I have their pelts and their meat. We can trade it to you. I'd imagine that'd be something quite rare for a goblin village, yeah?
She looks kind of interested. She kind of looks over at the others. Just a sec. And she sort of, huddle up, guys. And you hear some mutter. Yeah, mutter. I just pokes her.
Can I eavesdrop in?
Give me stealth. Actually, what I should have asked is, do you speak Goblin?
Yeah, that's a
Vader,
no.
you might, but check that quick first, because they are going to be speaking in their own native tongue.
No goblin.
If I hear them talking
helps.
Goblin to each other, sorry, if I hear them talking to Goblin to each other, I am going to cast Comprehend Languages on myself. I'll ritual cast it, but I'll cast it as an action for free, using one of the features of my Awakened spellbook.
And give me a perception check to see how well you're hearing the muttering across the fire from you. Okay, it was too low for you to pick out anything. Oops, wrong one. That's not the box. Here's the box. Let us see these pelts.
I look around. Where's Cairo?
Cairo's way back here in the snow.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I just didn't move my token.
So I'll pull out the pelts that I had and kind of set it on near the fire.
And Andwise, give me an investigation check. And the Goblin Boss looks this over, Actually, I don't know why I bothered that. It's clearly a load of iron ore. I don't know why I made you check. Looks over. Very nice. Very nice. There's back. And you sense kind of some eagerness on the part of some of the goblins who've been lugging that really heavy sled. And she kind of looks back at her goblins, and a couple of them kind of nod. Looks back. It's a deal. You take that big heavy thing, we'll take these nice soft things, and we'll call it good. Yeah?
Agreed.
Wait. Well, so the iron we know is in this one, right? The one on the right.
Yep.
So
And Andwise can verify to you the iron is there.
I'm gonna shout at the goblins real quickly. So, what was in the other one?
Our things. You don't think we just go wandering around with nothing, do you? Our things. We go. We gather. We gather supplies. We gather food. We gather things, and we take it back home. And besides, you don't think I would sleep in the snow with these commoners, do you? I have to have my protection and its defense. And one goblin happens to step down and...
Do you mind if we check to make sure all the iron is situated in the right place? I mean, I trust you, just make sure that you're not sneaking off with anything.
I trust you.
I
I'm
mean,
just making
Make
sure that
sure
I can
of a
trust
vote
you.
of confidence.
I mean, from one friend to another, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, you do kind of owe us for, you know, lugging the iron across the road.
No.
She is completely indignant. You're gonna quibble over details like that? Why on earth would we have moved any of it? Well, you wanted to
Just
go
being
pawing
cautious.
through my things? Cheek impertinence.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We got our iron.
I think, and she yells out to one of the others, to take out a keg. Let's drink with our friends here. This nice trade. Oh yeah, we can do that. And we pull out a keg, and we've got some very indifferent
My
ale.
goblin friends. Yes, you pull out your ale. I will give you some of my pickled fishes. You must try it. It is exquisite.
Oh joy! Okay, yes, we must try this. And they're cheering up, and as it really sinks in to the goblins that they are not going to have to go any further lugging that horribly heavy sled, they're all very cheerful and in a party mood. Yes, let's have your pickled fishes.
So I'm gonna start handing out pickled
We shall
fishes, and I'll
celebrate.
take off one of my boots so that the goblins can be initiated into our group with boot and fish and beer.
Fisherman, anybody know any good drinking songs here? Azatoth, you must know some good drinking songs.
Actually, no. Singing,
No?
poetry, the arts, not very common with my people. We are very serious.
Very serious.
Instead,
You're serious? Okay, instead?
instead of songs and poetry and things of that nature, my people, when we drink and party, we have games, competitions. I would challenge any of you to King of the Mountain.
Mountain.
What's King of the Mountain?
King of the Mountain. Yes. And I kind of look around. There's no hill or cliff for us to play on, so instead we will draw a ring in the snow. And then we will stand in the ring. And then we will dispose of our weapons. And by show of force and strength, we will beat each other until either one of us is unconscious or forced out of the ring. And whoever is left standing is the king of the mountain.
So is this like a
And she looks,
one-on-one,
and the goblin
or
boss looks you up and down, and looks up her goblins up and down. Yeah, what he said. 1-on-1 or what? All of us against you?
No. King of the Mountain is a game. It is an honor. It is only ever played with two combatants, one versus the other, in a show of strength and skill.
I start looking over like our party and the goblins.
I might take on that little one over there, but
hey,
I think it would not be fair for one of us against you. You're huge, and that one next to you is also large.
Well, if this does
And
not
hey, where's
interest
your
you,
little fellow?
sometimes our tribe we would split each other into different groups, and then we could play a game of goat ball.
Goat what?
Goat ball.
What is goat ball?
Well,
Yeah, what is goat ball?
You take furs and hides from a goat, and you stitch them together, stitching the leather one on top of another until you have this round sphere of fur and leather. Yeah? And then the teams will line up on either side, and usually you play in a goat ball arena, and there are pillars everywhere and columns to climb on top of and hide behind. But the idea is to throw the goat ball at each other, eliminating the enemy team.
Does it have to be specifically goat?
Well, I mean, it would not be goat ball without a ball made of goat.
And one of the goblins over here, I have a better idea. And turns and he grabs a pile of snow and he throws a snowball at you. And they all start scrambling. And the snowball fight is on.
I don't see how that is very much of a competition at all.
You're just mad because you got hit. Take cover.
And two of them gang up on you and put a big load of snow over your head and laugh and run away screaming. And trip over endwise.
As they're getting up, I will grab a snowball and throw it in their face.
And it's on. And a convivial evening is had by all. Are we going to stay up and swap stories all night, or are we going to actually get some rest? Remember, it was very late when you guys came up to them.
Is there still ale?
Well, it was one small keg of ale, and there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them, and 6 of you, and I think we've gone through it by the time you've gotten to the end of the description of goat ball.
No.
Although, where's more of that fish?
Hold on. I have to check how many rations I have remaining. I have a few more.
Okay, and so good time is had by all until we settle down for the night around their nice big fire. And there's even a snowball that gets dropped onto Landar's head from as the hawk flies over above and swings around. Okay. It is a quiet night, except at least one of the goblins snores dreadfully. And so other than that, the next morning, they all start packing up. and the Yeti hides have disappeared off into the wagon, and the goblin boss is got her troops around, and she's ordering them around. We gotta get a move on here. So good to see our friends.
Yes.
Have a good journey. Don't strain yourselves on that wagon, on that sled.
Wait.
Bring my pen.
Before you go, in which direction is your village? What if we should want to come and visit again sometime?
Okay, well, we are from Karkalok, the great fortress that way, and they point off to the west-southwest. A couple weeks that way, past the 10 trails.
Maybe we will visit again someday. This has been great fun, my goblin friends.
I think I spelled that right. Did I spell? I lost the map. Oops, nope. H and K are reversed. So at the end, it's HK instead of KH.
Like any of us
Okay.
are taking.
So they pack up and they start heading off, and they're moving at a much faster pace now that they don't have
I can
that
imagine so.
heavy
And-
sled.
Hey, and even regardless of what happens, we have a sled now. Woo! Although, I guess currently it's just me and Cairo pulling it until we get, like, actual animals.
Yeah,
We'll
Talon's
grab
would not
that.
be much good at all at pulling a sled laden with ore.
Yeah,
You pull,
so
I'll drive.
it's 900 pounds total.
Which,
900, that's a lot.
yeah, I mean, we moved it before. It's just, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
you
slow
moved it
going through the
30
snow until we load off all the ore.
So let's take let's see, back to the Icewind Dale map. You guys are about here. So it is going to be, you could head over to the 10 trail, a couple miles to the 10 trail, which would take you probably until afternoon, but then at least you'd have the road to head up to Bryn Shander. Do you have land vehicles as a proficiency?
Yes, I do.
Do you need to be able to drive it if we're navigating it?
He just shouts directions to you guys.
Left,
Turn left.
left, left.
The other left.
All right, so pulling a really heavy load. If that's gonna be, where did I get measuring tool again? This way. Oh, I can't right click. Okay, so it's about 5 miles there. I'm gonna say it's gonna take you 2 days to get there. Do you guys think that sounds about right?
Sure.
Looking at the distances
Yeah, we're going
here.
real slow.
Yep.
Big old heavy wagon.
It's heavy.
Oh, that means I need to burn 2 more rations. Which I'm sure everybody else has been doing, right?
The weather stays clear as you head to Bryn Shander. Okay, so coming up late evening, but it's so close to the end, you guys decide to push on through late evening into Bryn Shander, and so I shall move you to the Bryn Shander city map, which I know I have here somewhere. Here it is, the circular one. Okay, so Black Iron Blades you're going to be coming in the southwest gate. Are you going to send someone to run ahead to Black Iron Blades? It's pretty late in the evening.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just let them know that we have a shipment.
So they have they have closed for the night. When you get there, it's closed and locked. You do see some lights in the back.
I'm just gonna kind of go. I guess knock on. What is there a door or a window?
There's the door there.
Just start knocking.
You're gonna
Hello?
pound really hard.
Oh, of course.
And after a couple of minutes of that, you hear kind of some noise of someone coming up, and the bar moves aside, and the young woman you've seen before, she says, "Well, we're closed. Is it what's going on?"
Oh, yeah, we have your lost shipment. Yeah, we got it back from some, you know. Okay, we found it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's back. So.
oh, come on in. And she opens the door a little further. Come
Well,
on
I
in
mean,
and
it's still.
see us. What?
Oh, they're pulling it through town, so it's gonna be a minute.
Pulling what through town?
The sled. It has the ore with it.
Found it! God. And she turns around and she heads back in. Do you follow her in, or do you head back, or what do you? Actually, a couple minutes later, there's someone coming up as Garden's coming up too, and disbelief on his face. You've got it. Where is it?
It's coming up the South Road. We're some other people are pulling it. I mean, look at me. I'm not gonna pull the sled up.
But have them. Well, yes, and have them bring it around the alley back there. There's a loading entrance back there. Go. We'll bring it around there. So yeah, we'll do that. They actually. You actually found it. Are you sure you found it?
Yes. I'll head back and then tell Cairo and Azathoth to take it around back.
Okay. So we're just gonna keep trekking, hauling the sled, and then
and it takes probably another hour to get it there, and they're just open-mouthed, astonished as you're pulling it in, and they're looking like that's it. And look, it's got the foaming mug stamps on it. Yes, it's. And they're just overjoyed, and come in, have some ale. Come in and if you have a place to stay tonight, you can stay with us if you want to. And oh, we're so grateful for this. Y'all can have a discount anytime you shop here. You are just our favorite. And she's just exclaiming over you, and even Garn is, making space to come in, and Rouse yells to his apprentices to rouse them out to start unloading this stuff. And it's all a bustle here, even though it's so late at night.
Yes, well, a place to stay would be good for the night.
Splendid. We can put you up in the loft. Oh, this is such a weight off of our mind. Oh, heavens. I mean, I know you guys offered to go do it and all, and you seem capable sorts and all that, but wow, and they're just all fluttered.
And there was the instance of payment that you had showed us earlier.
So you were gonna, recompense stuff, the payment stuff, you said. Oh, right. And he goes back into his workroom area, and he comes out and he says, I promised you these stones, and so here they are. And since Landar's the one who spoke up, he reaches out to Landar and puts them in your hand.
so after
We are beyond grateful.
After the exchange happens, I'm going to hold up my hand. There is one other small matter. We actually found the shipment had been overtaken by a goblin crew. and there were so many of them.
No.
Near like at least 50 of them. Way more than we could have ever possibly fought on our own. So instead, we managed to barter with them. And we actually purchased your ore back so that we could return it to you. Now, of course, that came out of our own pockets and funds. It would be great if we could be reimbursed for that.
Deception check.
Of course. Ah, boo.
I don't know. I mean, is it would there be any sort of bonus on that? Considering it's kind of true. I mean, we bought it out of pelts that were probably worth quite a bit. What with them being Yeti pelts, we purchased them rather than.
I imagine Pitt kind of perks up here, and then he's like, 50. There was only like 10 of them. There wasn't that many.
Well, I mean, it would have had to be a lot. Goblins, you say? It would have had to be a swarm of them to move that thing.
It was an ugly sight.
And how much did you put out for them?
Well, there were several pelts from Yetis that we had slain. You see, the story was that the sled was lost up near the Dwarven Valley, so we went looking for it. Found that it had been attacked by a whole murder of Yetis. There was a dozen of them in an intricate cave system about 3 miles outside the Dwarven Valley. We have since eliminated that Yeti problem, which honestly deserves compensation on its own. But, we figured that in order to try and, make a return on that arduous affair, we would take their pelts and their meat, and we were going to sell it in town once we returned. And that was what we ended up using to barter with the goblins. Like I said, there was 20...
How many pelts did you have?
Yes, 25 Yeti pelts and probably about 30 pounds of meat.
Where did you find 25 Yetis?
I told you,
never
there was
seen
a
more than
cave
about one or
system.
two at a time.
It was...
Yeah, what are you talking about?
So
Like,
Guard
you
is looking
shut up.
really dubious at you. 25 pelts?
Oh, okay, all right. I do love a good story, and I like to make my feats of heroism seem more impressive. It was actually probably realistically about... I mean, he pretends to count on his fingers. Yeah, I'd say it was a cool dozen. There was 12 pelts.
A deception check at disadvantage.
What?
I mean, Pip has been spilling all of your secrets.
Standing behind him, Tally's will just kind of raise a hand up towards the dwarf, like behind Azathoth, just holding up 4 fingers.
I don't think the babies count. You get like a quarter of...
You shut your mouth.
Yeti pelts are valuable, and had you brought Yeti pelts to me, there are people who would purchase Yeti pelts. 4 of them, you say? Well, that could be sold. How about for 85 gold?
Sounds like a deal, and I hold my hand out. Wait, who spilled the beans and said 4?
He shakes your hand so fast, on that deal. You think you could have gotten more for it.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we'll do 85 gold then for rescuing
person,
our for bartering. No.
Oh, but we already shook on it.
Of iron. For this load.
That's not very neighborly of you, changing the terms and conditions after the agreement was made. I mean, that's...
The agreement was made for 6 bloodstones. which are worth more than 85 gold at that.
Speaking of, I'd like my
It
share.
could have been considered an investment on your part towards. And I think with settling down for the night there, we're gonna call it there for the night, and we'll pick up again next time.
So I'm gonna take Dale. I would like my bloodstone, and then I will spend as we wrap the session counting out my portion, holding up my coins to Pip. You see this? This is survival out here. Supplies and food, and of course, most importantly, ale. So. All right, and that's gonna be it. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves, and if you did, maybe I will see you tomorrow for the Lost Mines of Fandelver. Same time. I will see you later.